Hi, Dina. Thanks for
Hi.
meeting to do the demo of the three-step exercise for accepting compliments.
Yes.
And this is part of the larger positive affect tolerance or PAT protocol developed by Andrew Leeds. And as EMDR therapists, and this is kind of for everyone, just to kind of give this demo that we're about to do some context, we, as EMDR therapists, we integrate the PAT protocol, both the three-step exercise that we're going to demo today and the reprocessing of PAT targets into the preparation phase, right? Phase 2. And we do this with our clients who are struggling to tolerate positive affect, meaning they have a difficult time taking in interpersonal exchanges that involve positive emotions. And what we know about that is the ability to tolerate positive affect is learned, right? Beginning in infancy and continuing throughout our childhood and on into adulthood, but especially in the beginning first few years of our lives, we learn the ability to tolerate positive affect through moments of caregiver-infant affection, warmth, and play, right? So infants learn to tolerate things like mutual gaze, intimacy, play within that safe and secure bond of a secure attachment relationship. And with time, that positive experience, that interpersonal experience that they had with their caregiver becomes internalized, and that becomes part of their belief system, that they recognize I am lovable as I am. And by virtue of that fact, they can take in the love. But for clients who didn't have those early experiences, they have these moments of positive, seemingly positive exchanges with others that they experience as intolerable. And luckily, what was not gained in infancy can still be learned later on in life. And the PAT protocol can be part of that recuperative process. And so to begin, we teach the client this three-step exercise, and we ask them to practice it between sessions. And before we teach this, and as we ask them to go practice it between sessions, we remind our clients that this is going to be rough going at first, right? That we're going to ask them to kind of step in and do something different in these moments of shared positive affect. And it may feel a bit distressing at first and something they don't enjoy doing, but that it will get easier over time. And the metaphor we use, there are wonderful metaphors in EMDR therapy. And one of the metaphors we use for this three-step exercise is that kind of like the metaphor of exercise, right? After a prolonged absence from the gym, you haven't been exercising for a while, your initial workouts are inevitably going to be rough, or they're going to lead to soreness and fatigue. They're going to be hard and probably not a lot of fun. But with that incremental and consistent exercise, our body gets stronger, and exercise actually starts to feel good and is something we actually look forward to. So that's the metaphor to help encourage our clients to do this work. So we're going to go ahead and demo the three-step exercise. And after you do this with your clients, you would then send them off into the world to practice it, check back in with them after the session, at the beginning of each session to see how it went. And you can use those moments of them having a rough time and having feelings about taking in positive affect to reprocess with the PAT protocol. But for now, let's take a look at the three-step exercise. So Dina, I would like to practice this with you by first asking you to offer me a compliment. And the compliment, I'm going to make it super easy for you. I'm going to ask you to just say, I like your shirt, right? And first, I will respond to your compliment by rejecting it or minimizing it. And I want you, when I do that, I want you to just notice how that feels. And then I'll ask you to offer me the same exact compliment again, but the second time I'm going to demonstrate actively accepting the compliment by using the 3 steps, okay? And so, and then when I do that, when I actively accept your compliment, I just want you to notice what that feels like as well. And so the 3 steps are this. The first step is to maintain eye contact. The second step is to, while maintaining eye contact, is to take a deep breath into my upper chest, into your upper chest, kind of expand the space. Imagine expanding the space around the heart and making room for that positive feeling. And then the third step is, while maintaining eye contact still, space around the heart, I am simply going to say, thank you, I appreciate you saying that. Full stop. I'm not going to add anything onto that, because then that's the danger of me then minimizing or squashing your compliment. So eye contact, deep breath, space around the heart. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. So, but the first time I'm going to just squash your comment straight out. All right, carry on.
All right. Hi, good to see you. Oh, I like your shirt.
Oh, it's such a drab color. I have like the most boring wardrobe. It's gray or black. I'm unimaginative. All right. How did that feel?
I was surprised. It kind of made me cower back a little. It didn't feel good. It was kind of deflating.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's a gift that you gave and I just like stepped on it. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost as if I pushed it back. All right. So we're going to do it again. And this time I'm going to maintain the 3. I'll do the 3 steps.
I like your shirt. I like your shirt on you today.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. How is that?
Yeah, it felt more like an exhale. I felt just kind of valued and seen, and just kind of more warm inside when you responded that way. It felt a lot better.
Yeah, I accepted your gift, right? Right. Okay. So now let's reverse roles. And I just want to step out of this demo for a second to say to folks who are watching, when I teach this to my clients, I do what I just did as the person receiving the compliment first. I give them those instructions and just have them get a sense of what it looks like, but also what it feels like, the difference when they accept someone's compliment as opposed to when they squash the compliment. And then what I do is I switch roles after I've demoed first and ask them to do the same thing. So I'll pick up the demo again with Dina. So now what I want you to do is I'm going to have you do the same thing. I'm going to offer you that exact same compliment. I like your shirt. And the first time I want you to deliberately reject it, deflect, minimize, whatever you're going to do. And then I'm going to offer you the compliment again and have you follow the 3-step process. Maintain eye contact, take a deep breath, fill a space around your heart. And just those beautiful words, thank you, I appreciate you saying that, okay? And just notice what it feels like. And it may be a little rough at first, right? All right. So, Dina, I really like your shirt.
Oh, I've had this for a long time. It was a hand-me-down. I don't wear it that often.
Okay, yeah. And it's so funny because even though we're doing a demo, like I feel a contraction right here, even though it was like, I mean, it's a nice shirt, but it was a fake compliment. It is a little bit of like opening our heart to someone. And I did notice the contraction. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try that again. So Dina, I really like your shirt.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah. Cool. It's nice. You know what I just noticed? I've done this so many times, but I just noticed that the fact that you maintain eye contact and pause as the person giving the compliment, it really feels like, oh, she's taking in my gift, right? It's that moment of like, you're attending to what I said and not letting it be passing. Yeah. What was it like for you to have to accept the compliment with the 3 steps?
I had a little bit of wanting to go back to the first of like looking away, and I had to remind myself to actually look at you, and I kind of wanted to go into a minimization of like, oh, I actually got it on sale, and like tried to remember the 3 steps, but I really had to make a conscious effort to do it. It wasn't very natural to me at first.
Yeah, right. And so just imagine how much harder it is for our clients, right? Who just literally don't have the circuitry, the neuroreceptors to be able to take in these compliments. But again, with practice and time, the muscles will be sore at first, but it'll get easier. So as my client, if you were my client, I would ask you to just notice during the week when people offer you any sort of appreciation, compliment, or praise. Just notice those moments when you're able to remember the 3-step exercise and practice it. And notice moments when you don't, when you deflect, right? And not just notice your own experience, but notice maybe the other person, because it is an exchange. A compliment is an exchange. And those moments when you do use the 3 steps, I just want you to notice how that feels to you, right? And see how it evolves over time. make some notes, keep your log, and just kind of track the experiences, especially those in which you do use the 3-step process. And we may decide to do some EMDR reprocessing on those experiences to kind of help facilitate your ability to tolerate and accept moments of connection and appreciation. So there we go.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, Dina, for taking the time to do the demo with me today.
Absolutely.